Now, Storm Tracker 9 weather with Chief Meteorologist Justin Stapleton.
All right, got ourselves a big mamma jamma of a storm out there right now. In fact, it's already brought about 4 to 5 inches of rain through Southern California. And we've talked about this, the storms that brought the heavy rains through a couple of weeks ago for us here across the state of Oregon. We need the rain, we just didn't need it all at once. Same thing in California. They are in desperate need of rain. They just don't need it all at once. So unfortunately, storms like this, they don't really care. And in fact, they're going to continue to blast in. Last check on central pressure was about 977 millibars. And if you're not familiar with what that is, that's the pressure, or sort of the strength and intensity of the storm. Hurricane season, we always talk about that too. The lower that number gets, below 1,000, the stronger the storm is. 977 in terms of pressure is about a Category 2 hurricane strength, which would put the winds well more than 100 miles an hour. Now, if this were over in the Gulf Coast, this would be the weather story. Obviously, here on the West Coast, with the amount of jagged mountain ranges that we have up and down the coast, we can sustain some of that, but still likely going to see some pretty nasty flooding out across parts of Central and Southern California. Meanwhile, some of the outer bands slowly drifting northward. This is going to be the weather player for most of us here across the western Oregon, Willamette Valley, Central Coast, South Coast, Umpqua Basin for the next couple of days. And this is what we're watching as we get in towards tonight and the rest of the night. This little band of showers, which is basically going to head north, head up around Corvallis, and stall out, become what we call a boundary, sort of a stationary front. And this, I think, is going to be a trigger point right across the Central and Southern Valley and Central Coast overnight tonight and tomorrow. As more moisture and more energy lifts northward, it'll help trigger those showers. So I think we're going to be stuck with those, at least on and off anyway, for tonight and some of your Saturday forecast too. Yeah, big contrast in the temperatures today. 61 in Newport, 52 in Corvallis. We've been stuck in the fog for the most part across Eugene down to Cottage Grove in the 40s. Even colder than that, where you'd see the cold air that's going to come into play with the showers as these systems head northward up across Hood River and out across Interstate 84. Now, there is our big storm that continues to wind its way in. You can see the jet stream to the south and then eventually kicks out to the southwest. And this storm will continue to roar across much of the southern plains. Meanwhile, we've got the next storm already starting to get some intensity, already gaining some traction. That one also will head westward and start to move in as we head to Sunday afternoon. So let's take it hour by hour. Some good snow up in the northern Cascades. I do think we'll take a chance for a couple of light scattered showers. And then you see as that front just kind of gets hung up, it continues to keep shower chances around through tomorrow morning and early afternoon. And then as we take the clock and roll it in through Saturday afternoon and evening, slowly seeing that head back off to the east. Here comes our next storm moving in for Sunday. And in fact, this one will likely be the first of about 5 or 6 coming at us for the start of March. We're going to see a very, very wet forecast in our 7-day. So here's how we're going to break it down. Scattered showers at the coast tomorrow. I think Central Coast has better chances. South Coast a little more isolated until we get into Sunday. Isolated showers for the Umpqua. You'll see those drift northward, but anything that moves north will kind of get hung up with that boundary. That is going to likely trigger about 2 to 5 inches of snow up along the Santiam Pass. We'll see the Willamette Pass possibly looking at around probably closer to 1 to 3. Isolated snow showers, chilly temperatures hovering around freezing across Central Oregon. And we're going to go scattered showers. Again, I think they'll be a little more widespread across some of the Central and Southern Valley. And then mostly cloudy skies, few sun breaks, but not many. And look at the rain starting to move in over the next 4 to 5 days. Breezy on Sunday, and then another big storm coming through Tuesday and Wednesday along the coast. The Umpqua Basin sees shower chances all the way through the next 6-7 days until we get to about Friday, when we'll start to see some drier weather push back in. In the Cascades, that means sort of a wintry mix. None of these are really cold systems coming through, so I don't think that we'll see a whole lot of real heavy snow until you get, again, up above the ski resorts. And then for the Willamette Valley, scattered showers and rain, rain, rain as we welcome in the month of March.
All right. Well, thank you.